customer had this Alpine radio put in amongst other things, and if I'm not mistaken, there's supposed to be more hardware here. I know if you lift this clip up on both sides, there's supposed to be something keeping that thing in place, and that's what triggers the radio to turn on. And on top of that, there's a screw in there. All installers are not created equal. So the fuse under the hood was 100 amp, which I don't know if you can see it. It's 100 amp. It might be good. There you can see it says 100 amp. And then these big A&L fuses are 100 amp also. There's a couple amps in here that I don't think take 100 amps, but I don't think it's going to work out too well in the long run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a diode on it. I don't know what the diode's for. So I'm back in the shop working on this truck. We got these baffles here. They gotta be redone. We got crossovers in the door, gotta be relocated. We gotta change the wiring because you don't want wiring that goes from here to here because water goes downhill. So if it's gonna go in the car, it's gonna drain water from here to into the vehicle. Even if you seal this up, it can't be perfect. So that's why factory goes from here to here. So the water drains into the actual door when it needs to. We also gotta fix this wiring here. And then we also have to go through here and repair all this wiring. This is just a bad install, I mean, for the customer. So we're gonna clean up all of this wiring. So it's a wire rescue from heaven, or I should say from hell. And there's a whole lot of bad in this install. Wires ran here, tap to go nowhere. Then, like I said, probably in a previous video, we got multiple butt connectors here. The bit tin was mounted back there, and this wire here goes from here all the way through the dash, down here, and then back over here to this amp. And so the bundle of extra wires over there is just for this amp alone. So it's a bad install. And then we found out that the amp fuse at the battery was 100, and then these were A&L fuses, and they're 100. The radio was mounted kind of suspectly, and then over here we had good copper wire, and it's tin, but it's copper. It's kicker, OFC, oxygen free, and this is Stinger Select, and it says on there CCA. So why mix good wire with bad wire? That's just a little bit of the stuff we have to deal with. So we're gonna rescue this truck, and it's a Dodge Ram crew cab. And the reason the customer found me on YouTube and then he replied to me on Instagram is that he just didn't sound right. And then he saw some of the install because he took it apart himself, and it was horrible. And he knows good from bad just by looking at what was going on. So in a previous video, you probably saw this, but the amps were mounted to the floor, which happens, I guess. It's not always perfect. Then he had good copper wire, OFC, going to some bad wire that was mounted back here to copper clad wire, and that amp wasn't mounted. So we're going to redo the entire install. We're going to run 4-gauge to each amp individually with the proper fusing at the battery. We're also going to tighten up some of the ground wire, which if you look at the ground wire is here. And this is the one fuse holder, which is the customer zip tied in, custom mount. So we're going to clean up the wiring, relocate a bunch of things. We're going to run that JL 4-channel amp active. I don't want to say active, but to 2 channels to mids and tweets, and 2 channels to mid bass. And then we're going to run the radio to run the rear speakers, which they're done really nicely. All right, so we'll go from there.